Well, hello, and welcome back to the Chamber Vibes podcast. If this is your first time listening, welcome. Let me just give you a rundown of what's going on. So, I'm your host, Foster Garrett, Director of Marketing and Events for the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce, which, if you don't know what a chamber is, we are a nonprofit membership organization that strives to help the Bedford area prosper by serving and collaborating with local businesses, organizations, and people. And every week I get to interview a different chamber member to find out what they do and why they do it. Recorded right here in beautiful Bedford, Virginia, and broadcasting on Media Squatch Plus. I also want to thank our wonderful sponsor, Gary Evans with Cornerstone Operations, for helping bring this podcast to you. Without the support of people like Gary, we wouldn't be able to do this podcast. And it is an excellent opportunity not only for the organizations and people that come on here to tell their story, but for you as the listener to become more connected to your community. Every week I come in here and I think I know exactly what we're going to talk about, but I always learn so much more than I ever could have thought. Because of this podcast, I get to do all sorts of great things in our region. I know about services that I can call upon if I ever need them, and I have new friends and contacts. So I hope that you enjoy this episode. If you like it, go back and listen to all the previous ones. There's so many amazing stories to be found on the Chamber Vibes podcast, and we record every week, so keep a lookout for more. Before we get to the actual podcast, though, I want to tell you about some of the things we have going on in the chamber. We are very, very busy in the fall. We have our biggest event of the year, our annual gala, coming up on September 25th. That takes months and months of planning to pull off, and we're really excited for that. We still have tickets available if you're interested in being there. We have the Bedford Forum on September 4th, and that is an amazing event that we do to promote civic engagement and connect you as members of the Bedford community to the people that are running for public office, whether it be at the local level or the state level. So keep that in mind. That's a free event. We'd love for you to come and engage with your candidates or to watch on Facebook Live if you so wish. We're also accepting questions for that. So please go to our website or come by our office or send us a letter with what you want to know. But the biggest event that we have coming up is this Friday. If you've been listening to the podcast for a while, you know that the Fall Job Fair has been getting closer and closer and closer every single week for months. And I am so excited and fortunate that so many businesses have decided to participate in this event. We have over 30 local businesses that will be there, and they range from manufacturers to healthcare to local government to education to insurance. If you're looking for work, we probably have an opportunity for you at this event. So we'll be at Blue Ridge Community Church at New London from 10:30 to 2 this Friday, August 22nd. And we would love for you to come. It is free to job seekers, and we would be happy to take you around and introduce you to everybody. If you're looking for something specific, we can help you out. Don't be nervous. This is an amazing way to get your foot in the door for an amazing career with a local business that cares. And it's a great way for you to put yourself out there to shake some hands, tell them about who you are in a way that an online resume can't just communicate, and to get a sense of what the businesses are looking for, what their workplace environment is like, what their expectations, their values are, how they care for their people. This is an amazing way to just form a connection between two people to talk about opportunities and futures that benefit each other. So, like I said, that's August 22nd, this Friday, from 10:30 to 2. I really hope to see you there. I'll be at the front desk, so feel free to ask for Foster if you need somebody to give you the rundown of what's going on. But we have that event and plenty of others on our calendar on bedfordareachamber.com. And if you have any questions, you can always give us a call. I will drop our phone number at the very end, so make sure to listen all the way through. But that's enough from me. Without further ado, please allow me to introduce today's guests, Heather Dooley and Wendy Rowden with Bedford Get Together. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello. Thank you.
Hello. I know, I feel like we've already chatted a little bit. We got the welcome out of the way. I have such a hard time not breaking the number one rule of podcasting, which is don't talk off air. Don't talk off air. Leave the chatting for the recording so everybody can hear it.
Get it all.
Get it all. Exactly. Well, before we kind of jump into the questions, can you just tell us a little bit about yourselves and about your organization?
Go ahead. So I'm Heather Dooley. I'm the current chair of Bedford Get Together. I got involved when they were doing the bigger events because I work for a nonprofit that helps people with disabilities, and we were actual vendor. I'm not from Bedford, but my husband was from Bedford, so I married into native Bedford land. And since I was making Bedford my home, I wanted to become more involved. So then I personally became involved with Bedford Get Together and got on the board to try to make our community as best we can. And so like I said, I'm the current chair. I sit on some of the subcommittees, the PR and the community service awards. But yeah.
Awesome. And you, Wendy?
I am also not from Bedford. I'm from the West Coast, but I've been here almost 30 years, so I'm working on it. I'm sure I'll be dead before I'll be considered a Bedfordite. But
No, I feel like 30 years. You've done your time.
Yeah.
More than.
I'm from
Okay.
Virginia, just not Bedford.
yeah, and I've been with Bedford Get Together from the beginning, so we formed.
She's one of our founders.
Yeah, we formed in 2017, and like Heather said, we did some big events in Edmund Street Park for the community, and to let them know what services were available to them, and that sort of thing. And then we've kind of transitioned now to doing like special projects. We did the mural in downtown, and it's had some updates that people may or may not know about. There's lights on it.
Oh, really?
On the wall, so it lights up at night.
That's really awesome.
Really beautiful. And there's a storyboard in Centertown Park with explaining a little bit some of the elements of the mural. So that was a nice addition too. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take one of the panels of the kiosk in the park and use that for some of our stories that we've been collecting. That's another thing that we do as Bedford Get Together is we try and collect Bedford stories.
Yeah.
And we have some that we're going to rotate through on that kiosk.
Yeah.
We're going to get the first one up here shortly, I think.
That's awesome. Those are exciting things. But let's take it back a little bit and talk about what is Bedford Get Together? What is kind of your mission, your purpose?
Well, we try to get people in Bedford together.
Makes it simple.
Yeah.
We're trying to unite the community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're
That's what's
absolutely
in our, mission
non-political.
statement.
Yeah, it's things are a bit hairy in the world these days, so we just try and bring it local, and it's just about Bedford. It doesn't have anything to do with politics or how old you are, how young you are, what your race is. When just everybody in Bedford and what we can do for the community. So the mural was for the community. I mean, it may bring some tourists a little bit, but mostly it's for us, for have something nice to look at downtown while we're sitting at the red light.
Yeah. I love staring at it when I'm at the red light. It really has brought, I think, a lot of life to downtown. And I think that it's kind of opened people's minds to seeing downtown not as a place that is already like in existence, but is a place that is being constantly used by our community, can be constantly created and like expanded upon. And I think people feel very passionately about it. And that's always a good thing. Even when people are saying like, I want a mural here, I think we should do this. Like, that's awesome because it creates these conversations. And I remember when you and Bill came on the podcast last year to talk about Bedford Get Together, we talked about how the world is so polarized, but in a small community like this, there's so much more that unites us than separates us. And I think the mural, things like that, I think all of your projects, they really try to bring people together. Wow. We're coming back full circle.
Exactly. It's all about, what we can do for ourselves.
Yeah.
Instead of looking outside for somebody to do it for us. Well, we can do a lot just on our own.
Yeah. And you guys are all volunteers too.
And the mural is, I think, a way bigger project than we realized.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, we're already in halfway. We can't turn back. But it, like you said, it ended up great. We had great artists. It's a good center point for when Jonathan does his Christmas things or any other events are down there, because it's like, okay, well, the wall's already decorated.
Yeah.
So, but it was a much bigger project than I think any of us thought.
Yeah, we learned a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did. I remember being at the community meeting that you guys had for ideas. And when it came to the end, everybody was like, well, how much money are you going to need? And we were like, thousands. And we're like, oh, whoa, okay. Tens of thousands. But it worked out.
Yeah, we didn't know much at that point either. we definitely
got
learned
a lot of donations. We got a
Yeah.
lot of community support with that, and it was great. So we're hoping this next project we're working on is just as popular.
Yeah, so do you want to talk about what's up next?
Well, do you want to summarize some of the stories first, though? Because the mural we kind of this past summer worked with the Bauer Center with their summer camp kids. And we collected some stories because they were doing a mural. And so they went and saw the mural and they learned the history of our mural. And then
They
Lonnie,
met the artists.
Right. They met the artists. And then Lonnie headed that, one of the board members. And they collected some stories actually from the students or the
really?
children.
That's cool.
That were at the camp. So that's kind of cool to have some younger history along with, because a lot of times the stories we collect are older.
I remember back in my day.
Which is fine, you know.
And you want that too, but it's really neat to get that younger perspective.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity. We've been trying to get younger perspectives for a while, and it's hard because we don't see a lot of kids, you know. Even at the farmers market, they're not really.
Unless they're mine.
Not their vibe. You know?
My two blonde-headed children running around.
But we've been collecting stories since I think the very first big meeting we had in the park. Not big meeting, big event we had in the park. And it's been kind of an ongoing thing. So now we are trying to focus on collecting stories about the Christmas lights at the Elks Home.
Oh, that's cool.
Because our next project is working to fix up those.
Because I think everybody,
decorations.
anyone who has any type of social media,
oh yes,
last December probably saw all the complaints and all the just not wonderful talk. However, I think everyone knows Bedford, and there's sometimes not a lot of people who want to actually step up to either fix it or change it. So Bedford Get Together is trying to partner with, is it
Spring Oak Senior Living?
Spring Oak, yeah.
It's like that name keeps changing. But
yeah, they've been super cooperative, but you know, there's a lot of reasons for why the lights weren't, or the decorations weren't great last year. But one of the big ones was they're just really old.
They are really
like
old.
70 some years old, most of them, and so they need to be, you know, updated. And all of them need paint at a minimum. Some of them can be repaired. Some of them need a lot of repair. Some of them are in such bad shape they just need to be rebuilt. Fortunately, we have enough left of them that we can, you know, bring them in and set them down in front of somebody and say, make that. So,
please help us.
Yeah. So we had... Spring Oak had a small event in June to collect some money, start the process. We have got some dates from them that we will be releasing shortly in September and October, where we're going to bring in the public, and we'll make an announcement on social media. We have a MailChimp database that we'll send out a newsletter.
Work days.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Hands on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't explain that.
Yeah. Don't come in your work dress clothes. You are going
We're about to get down and dirty.
Right. So we need volunteers to help us with this project because we're a bunch of old people and we can't do it all ourselves. So.
Screw me there, too.
Well, you've got a volunteer here because I love doing stuff like that. And I think everybody just feels so passionately about the Christmas lights.
Well, and it's a Bedford tradition.
It's not.
And it's trying to bring back that Bedford was known as the Christmas capital. And so trying to bring that back. But also with this, it's not a 1-year project. So people
Yeah.
need to understand that we are not going to be able to fix all 100 things. It is going to be a years process. So we may fix 2 or 3 this year, and then next year we'll tackle more. So we
Gotcha.
can't, there's way too much to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's way too much. And even like just trying to get the lights back. So we have to contact different people because you got to have the bucket thing. And like, so there's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize there's a lot more involved in just, oh, you put it up and there it is. You got to get those lights up high. You've got to repair all these things. So that's why I'm saying we're doing this, but it's not a one-time thing. This is a year's project. We need lots of volunteers. We need lots of donations because it's, paint and
expensive.
Wood and all that's not. Yeah,
nothing's inexpensive. Yeah, that's a great point. It's gonna be a project that will cover go several years, but we're getting started. Which is great. And like Heather said, people don't realize what goes into it. They didn't have the bucket truck last year, so the lights didn't go as high on the building. The electric apparently is not connected anymore, so
really?
You have to like run electrical lines across the driveway to get enough power out there to actually light everything. It's crazy. Yeah, we don't know what happened to the electric, but it was underground and then it was like disconnected somehow and you can't get to it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's the thing about like historical places is there's a lot of mystery.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you just kind of have to go with.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think also like the Elksum has changed ownership a bunch of times. Spring Oak has been there since 2023, and they've already made a lot of improvements to the facility.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really exciting that they have a partner through Bedford Get Together to help with the lights because that is its own insane project.
Right.
Yeah.
And in the work days, we're going to have one on site and then some off site.
Oh, really?
So it'll be kind of both. Mm-hmm. And we're trying to partner. We're trying to just get volunteers, but also partner with different, the schools and different people to have groups already kind of ready to go.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. One of our board members has some connections with the schools, and she says there's a program where they have to have community service hours.
There are many programs. I was going to suggest to you, after this, we can talk. I've got context for you. I can help.
Okay, great. So yeah, that's what we really like is students, particularly student artists that can, because some of those need to be redrawn, just remade from scratch. So
yeah.
And so we have a lot of opportunities for painters, electricians,
carpenters
for sure.
Yeah. Any people that can draw.
Yeah.
But if you paint, but you can't draw like me, I mean, you can just whitewash the board, to start
also,
with. Also,
people are driving by. Nobody's going to be walking through because that's a good recipe for electrocution. Right. Even from the science out there. But so it doesn't have to be perfect. But I think like when people listen to this and when we talk about the lights, people, they really care. And like there are complaints and that's valid, but I think a lot of people like are willing to step up and volunteer. And if you're listening to this and you're on the fence about it, just come on out to one of the days. Yeah. You don't know, like,
or if you don't have the manpower, like you said, to volunteer, and you rather maybe a donation or there's other ways that you don't have to just. If you physically can't maybe do it or you can't be there that day, there's still other ways that you could
contribute.
Right?
Yeah. If people want to donate, what's the best way to do that?
Our website, bedfordgettogether.com, there's an actual page for the project.
Okay.
And you can donate on that page. And your funds will go to a separate account that is specifically for this project. So it will go into our operating funds.
Or if you... we have a P.O. box that's also listed on the website. So if they don't feel comfortable doing something online, they can mail a check. Or if they see any of the board members, which if you go to the website, we're all there with our pictures. And you see us out in the community and you just want to, hey, here's, we will make sure that it gets back to that direct fund for the lights.
Perfect. So people should not go to Spring Oak.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
No, they're not collecting. They're not collecting the funds. we are partnering with them, and we work with them to get like permission to be on the site and to work with the things. But they are kind of letting us kind of head that up and say, well, here's when the work days are. Here, we'll get the volunteers, we'll get the donations.
Gotcha.
They've been super, super helpful as far as, we had a meeting with them earlier this week, and it was just like, y'all can do whatever you want.
Whatever you need to do it.
I mean, just let us know, and but
Yeah.
pretty much, we can run with it. So we feel good about that. So we'll be doing all the publicity, all the
Perfect.
all the media stuff, all the fundraising, all the work. Now, obviously, we'll when it comes to setting up and taking it down, we'll just be assisting them because they'll be running that part. But
Yeah.
as far as the repairs and the painting and all that, that's all on us. And I just wanted to say that the best part about this whole project is the community part, where everybody gets together and, works on this together. And it's a project that is just so Bedford, It's just, it just defines Bedford, and there's so many people that are into it. And so I'm looking forward to working with all different kinds of people and meeting all different kinds of people in Bedford, because those things, the lights and the decorations, they kind of unite Bedford. I mean, unless you're brand new to town, you've heard of it at least.
Yeah.
You've not seen it, but you've heard of it. So that's going to be really neat. That's the best part of it to me.
Yeah, I think that we have, in this community, we have so many great opportunities for people to come together and work and do things together, like not just stand around talking, but like to really contribute to something. I remember I had Tony Martin with Bedford Urban Gardens on the podcast earlier this year. Was it earlier this year? Wow, this year's really fun.
It was. I heard
That's
it.
crazy. Oh, you listened to it? Oh, wow. Well, I love talking to Mr. Martin, first of all, because he was a teacher when I was in elementary school, and was always like the teacher that everybody like wanted to just like go up and hang out with. But he talked about how different it is gardening by yourself versus gardening with other people, and just the difference it makes when you're putting in hard work to something, to have somebody there experiencing it with you and connecting with, even if they're a perfect stranger. If you're in the garden and you see somebody else like watering the bed, you're going to talk to them.
Yeah.
And it's more bearable.
We have a bug bed.
Oh, excellent.
So, and I take my little boys down there, and it's great because they're learning too at a young age, like your community, and okay, say hi to people, but don't touch other people's beds.
Yeah.
Like, don't take those tomatoes. Get them from our. But it definitely is, because I don't think we've ever seen the same person when we go to plant a plant or to pick some veggies or to water. Like we always see somebody different. So.
Yeah. And that's one of the best things about coming out and contributing to the Elks on Lights. You never know. I think we will all be truly amazed by the amount of people that will show up, but also the type of people.
Right.
I think it's going to be awesome.
That's exciting.
Yes.
I know. I feel confident. I know you guys. It's when you go from one big project to another multi-year big project, I know it can feel intimidating, but I think that Bedford is very blessed to have Bedford Get Together at the helm, to have you guys at the helm of this. Because
Well, thank you.
Progress.
I should say we'll arrange to have microphones or recorders with us. So if you come and volunteer and you want to tell a story about
while you're painting,
seeing the lights, some memory that you have,
I'll stick you and Andy on that.
We can even use your help telling us where things go.
Oh, yeah.
Because, there's no map.
I feel like it's ingrained in my brain at this point. Like,
I'm sure I have video.
Yeah, I'm sure that I do. I'm sure that people have like old timey videos.
Yeah. But
the Elks Home is a really interesting building. It's not just a building; it's the entire grounds. And in fact, when Spring Oak first moved in and started like going through everything, they found like the old draft for the whole facility, because there were gonna be more buildings and there were gonna be all this stuff. And it's really cool to see it. But also, like, everybody, if you're from here, if you live here, you've at least seen the lights, but people for various reasons have like gone inside. I think we did our Christmas market there 2 years in a row, and people were so amazed at the interior because they'd never been They're like, I've been
It's
here,
a
like,
beautiful
I've
building.
been here, I've been coming here for 50 years to see the lights, but I've never gone inside before.
Yeah.
And for me, I had my high school prom there.
Uh,
So I've been there many times. I have family members that
You
have
ever been in
lived
the
there.
tunnels?
No, I've not been in the tunnels. There are tunnels.
well, then you got little
there's
town.
tunnels. Yes, but they're not
What?
open to the public. But if you know the right people, you can get a tour.
That's crazy.
Be the horror freak that you are.
We'll see. Okay, you didn't have to air me out like that, Wendy.
They have little town players too.
They have little town players
so they're supporting the community and theater,
Yeah.
and I mean, yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot there. There's a pack of cats that live in the dumpster behind there. At least
So
as of
we
last
do have
year.
a board member who is very into Halloween and Halloween
Yeah.
things or horror. And when they went to tour, she said there were some really old. One of the rooms they walked through was like old medical
Yeah.
stuff, and she was just like, "This is so
They had
cool."
a
And I'm
Halloween
like,
thing there or something.
Yeah, they had the asylum there.
"Yes."
Yeah.
And so
I think 2
she
years
liked
ago.
that. She was like, "This is so cool."
Yes. That's awesome. And this is what I get for talking to you guys before we start recording. Oh,
Anyway,
gosh.
it's a great building. There's a lot of really awesome architecture. And stuff
Yeah.
So
there.
And great memories.
yeah.
And Bill
Good
Murray's been
history.
there. So what more can you ask for? It's been
Yeah.
on film.
So in the midst of all of this, still, we're also we've chosen this year's Community Service Awards.
Oh, awesome.
And so we will be doing the award ceremony probably sometime in October.
Mhm.
We're still trying to nail down the dates. So that'll be in, I guess, the bulletin and other places announcing the winners.
Yeah. And anybody can nominate them. We usually open the nominations around, March?
I think so.
Something like that. And you can nominate anyone who has done something wonderful in the community. So
What are the awards that you're giving this year?
So we have individual,
nonprofit,
nonprofit, wow,
business.
business, and then lifetime achievement.
Excellent. Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah,
We
so
got
cool.
rid of one, so I was like, wait a second.
What did we swap out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I think it was
stopped doing the government
Yeah.
one because we were running out of. I mean, we realized there wasn't that many government
Yeah.
entities that so we said,
But we added the lifetime.
but you can do the lifetime achievement. So if there's somebody that works in, let's say the library or something,
Mhm.
you wanted to recognize, that would be awesome.
I haven't finished my coffee either. So, there you go.
I get it. I get it. Ladies, is there anything else? I feel like we've talked about so much. Is there
I
anything
mean,
you'd like to
the
add?
only thing that we have added is if you don't necessarily want to be a board member, but you still want to be involved, we do have associates now
Okay.
that you can be involved. So you don't have to come to all the board meetings, or you can come. But that's a way for you to be involved and just be more active than,
Mhm.
but still not maybe a board member.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if you, you can just be a volunteer. That's not a big deal. But associates would be a little bit more involved, maybe even head up committees.
Mhm.
But they just wouldn't be voting. So they can or don't have to, but they can attend board meetings. They just wouldn't vote. So depending on your level of interest, you can volunteer on a project basis, or you can be an associate who would kind of be involved all the time. Or you can join our board. We actually have a couple open positions right now. So
That's awesome.
that would be great. We have 10 board members right now. So
Oh, wow. And you still have open
Well,
spots?
We
we'd like
have-
to get to 12.
Right.
Okay.
But we also have 5 who are rotating off in November or January.
The
So,
curse.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we do need to try to fill some positions. Because most of the ones rotating off were part of the founding.
Mhm.
And so they've been there since 2017.
They're like, I've almost done this for 10 years,
Yeah.
guys. Can I just be a
Like-
volunteer, please?
Yeah. Well, our bylaws require, some
Turnover. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's good to have. We got 4 new board members earlier this year, I think, or late last year. And that was great to have
Yeah.
all that new blood. It really re-energized us. So,
Well, what's your pitch for getting involved with Bedford Get Together?
well,
Not to put you on the spot, but to put
I
you on the
know.
spot. I'll give you a second to think about it.
it's Bedford, you live here. If you're looking, there's a lot of people that come to me and say, or I find out somehow that they've been like looking for things to do. They're like, I see them everywhere, I'm like, well, why don't you come to Bedford Get Together? And they're like, what's that? Because, we don't have this,
Well, like I said, I'm not from Bedford, but I'm here. I live here. My family's here. I don't have any plans of going anywhere. So I want to make Bedford the best place that Bedford can be. So one way to do that is to be involved with Bedford Get Together, because they're trying to bring the whole community together and the whole place together. So for me, that's kind of why I'm involved and stay involved.
Yeah. It's just all about, let's do things for ourselves first. You can't change the world except for one step at a time. And you got to start with the first step. And the first step is usually pretty close to home. So let's do that. And some people, that's all they want to do. And that's fine. And that's great. That's kind of my stage of life right now, is I'm just kind of like, let's do it close to home. I'm comfortable with that.
We're in very different stages of life. She's retired. I have 2 little boys.
I think you both touched on, there's many different reasons to care about your community, but at the end of the day, we do care.
Right.
And we want to have an impact. Well, if people want to get in touch with you, what's the best way to do so?
The best way to do so is to go on our website and hit the contact link in the navigation and just send us an email. Or I can give you the email, which is bedfordgettogether@gmail.com.
And you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Perfect.
Correct.
And that's the best way to keep up with the dates that'll be coming up for the work sessions and any other information.
We do have a P.O. box. I think you mentioned it's 1184, P.O. Box 1184 in Bedford. So if anybody wants to just write a check and be done with it, that's cool too. We'll take your money. We'd rather have your hands, but money's good. We do need that. So.
Money speaks. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. It does. All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. It's great seeing you again.
I know. Always good to see you, Wendy. I feel like we always have good conversations, even though you call me out. All right. Well, if you want to learn more about us at the Chamber, you can call us at 540-586-9401, or you can visit our website, bedfordareachamber.com, for information about our mission and the perks of becoming a member. But also on our website is a full directory of our membership, which is helpful for finding all sorts of great things in the Bedford area, including Bedford Get Together. But that's all for today. Thanks so much for listening. Keep an ear out for the next Chamber Vibes episode.